Imagine this: you're 72 years old, and you've spent the last decade and a half struggling with intimacy. Dinners feel like business meetings, conversations are polite but distant, and that spark you once had feels like a fading memory. Now picture it all changing in a matter of weeks. No pills, no invasive procedures, just 4 specific types of wine and one simple daily habit. Hi, I'm Dr. James. For over 30 years, I've helped seniors across the country reclaim their vitality, rebuild confidence, and restore the joy of closeness. But today, I'm going to share something most people overlook: how a carefully chosen glass of wine can unclog blood vessels, supercharge circulation, and reignite desire in bodies over 60. You might think wine is just an indulgence. You'd be surprised. Certain ancient varietals are packed with natural compounds that relax vessels, reduce inflammation, and boost your body's own open-up signals. And in just a few moments, I'll reveal which 4 wines deliver these life-changing results and why they work where so many other remedies fail. But that's not all. I'll also introduce a little-known supplement that turbocharges your body's nitric oxide production so you get faster, more reliable support every single day. So if you've ever wondered whether intimacy after 60 is gone forever, or if you've tried every trick in the book without success, stick around. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which wines to sip, how to time them, and how to unlock a level of warmth and connection you may have thought was behind you for good. Ready to turn back the clock on your circulation and rediscover the thrill of closeness? Let's get started. I've spent the last 3 decades as a men's health specialist, working one-on-one with tens of thousands of patients just like you. From coast to coast, I've seen every frustration, every disappointment, and every breakthrough when it comes to aging bodies and intimate connection. My clinical practice isn't about quick fixes or empty promises. It's rooted in hard science and real results. I've guided retired teachers, Army veterans, and grandparents back to the confidence they thought was lost. I've watched spouses rediscover each other's touch and heard stories of laughter, warmth, and closeness returning after what felt like forever. When it comes to circulation, most solutions focus on prescription drugs that come with side effects or invasive treatments that require recovery time. But what if the answer was simpler and far more enjoyable? Over the years, I've distilled my research and patient successes into a straightforward approach. 4 wines you can sip, and 1 natural supplement you can take that together help your blood vessels relax, your circulation improve, and your intimacy flourish without the risks or discomfort of conventional methods. So if you're ready to trust proven expertise and a practice built on real-life victories, you're in the right place. Let's dive into exactly why intimacy after 60 isn't a fading memory. It's a circulation problem, and how to fix it. The real reason intimacy fades. When we talk about aging, most people point to hormones, testosterone dips, estrogen shifts, and libido naturally wanes. But here's the truth. Few doctors emphasize the root cause of lost desire, and connection is almost always circulation. Over time, our blood vessels narrow, stiffen, and lose the flexible give they once had. Think of your arteries like garden hoses. When they're new, water flows freely. But years of wear, inflammation, and cellular damage make them rigid and constricted, so less blood reaches the tissues that need it most. That means not just your heart and brain, but your hands, feet, and yes, the parts of your body responsible for intimacy. At the core of healthy circulation is a molecule called nitric oxide. It's your body's own open-up signal telling vessels to relax and widen. But as we age, nitric oxide production drops off vessel walls, thicken, and blood flow slows. The result: cold extremities, sluggish response, reduced sensitivity, and the emotional distance that follows when physical connection feels forced or impossible. This isn't just aging. It's a blood flow problem, and it's one you can address. Modern medicine often prescribes drugs that artificially boost nitric oxide or surgically widen arteries, but those options carry risks, side effects, recovery time, even dependency. What if you could naturally encourage your body to produce more nitric oxide, support vessel health, and improve flow simply by enjoying the right wines and supplementing with a research-backed formula? No prescriptions. no scalpels. Just targeted science-driven habits that help your circulatory system work like it did decades ago. In the next sections, we'll dive into 4 specific wines, each nicknamed for its circulatory superpower, and I'll show you how to integrate them into simple rituals that revive warmth, sensitivity, and closeness. Then I'll introduce you to a supplement that amplifies those effects, ensuring you get consistent, reliable support. Because at 60 and beyond, intimacy isn't about youth. It's about flow. And when your blood flows freely again, everything else follows. Wine Number 1 Pinot Noir, the circulation champion. Let me introduce you to wine number 1, Pinot Noir, the circulation champion. When I first recommended Pinot Noir to my patients, I was amazed by the feedback. One gentleman, Harold, a 67-year-old retired coach, told me within days he felt warmth returning to his hands and feet. 2 weeks later, he said his morning routine with his wife felt alive again, no more awkward pauses. So what makes Pinot Noir so special? It's all in the grape skins. This variety contains some of the highest natural levels of resveratrol, a powerful polyphenol known to support the flexibility of blood vessels. When you sip a glass, these compounds help stimulate your body's own nitric oxide production, telling your arteries to relax and widen. Imagine opening a door that's been stuck for years. Suddenly, blood flows through, fully delivering oxygen, nutrients, and that vital sense of warmth exactly where you need it. Not only does this boost energy levels, but it also enhances sensitivity in intimate areas, helping you respond more naturally to touch and closeness. Here's how to make it part of your routine. Pour 3 to 4 ounces of a quality Pinot Noir, ideally with a light snack like olives or almonds. Sip slowly, focus on the flavor, the aroma, and the ritual. Doing this 3 times per week primes your vessels, encourages consistent nitric oxide release, and supports healthy circulation day after day. Most importantly, it's not about drinking to get inebriated. The goal is mindful enjoyment, paired with intention. As you savor each sip, visualize your vessels opening, your blood flowing freely, and the warmth spreading from your heart to your fingertips, and much more. With just a few small glasses of this elegant wine, you're giving your body the tools it needs to restore its natural rhythm. And within weeks, many patients report deeper sleep, morning warmth, and a renewed capacity for closeness that had all but disappeared. Next up, we'll explore Cabernet Sauvignon, the artery defender that fortifies your vessel walls and sets the stage for lasting intimacy. Wine number 2, Cabernet Sauvignon, the artery defender. Now let's talk about Cabernet Sauvignon, the artery defender. I'll never forget George and Ellen, a loving couple married for over 40 years. In their 70s, they found themselves drifting apart, not emotionally but physically. Touch felt mechanical, closeness felt out of reach. After just 1 week of introducing 2 ounces of Cabernet into their evening routine, George noticed his hands and feet staying warm long after he set his glass down. Ellen described a newfound calmness, as if the tension around her chest had eased. What makes Cabernet so powerful are the proanthocyanidins, potent antioxidants that work behind the scenes to maintain the health and flexibility of your blood vessel walls. Over decades, vessel walls accumulate microdamage and inflammation, causing them to stiffen and narrow, much like sediment clogging old pipes. When your arteries aren't pliable, blood flow slows and tissues downstream receive less oxygen and nutrients. That directly affects energy levels, sensory response, and the gentle warmth crucial for intimate moments. Proanthocyanidins act like natural maintenance crews, seeking out inflammation, repairing cellular damage, and reinforcing vessel integrity. Think of them as the repair team for your body's highway system. They clear debris, fill in cracks, and ensure lanes remain open. The result is smoother, more consistent circulation, not just to your heart and brain, but to your extremities, and importantly, the sensitive tissues involved in intimacy. In practical terms, here's how to integrate Cabernet into your ritual. Pour 2 ounces, roughly a small wine glass's worth, about 60 minutes before bedtime, alongside a light protein snack, such as a few slices of turkey or a small portion of grilled chicken. As you sip, take a moment to breathe deeply, share a fond memory, or express gratitude for one another. This intentional pause not only enhances your emotional connection, but also gives the antioxidants time to start fortifying your vessels as you unwind for the night. Within days, many patients report waking up to noticeably warmer hands and feet, a sign that their vessels are responding. A restful deep sleep often follows because improved circulation supports healthy oxygen delivery to the brain, which regulates sleep cycles. And when morning comes, subtle shifts in sensitivity and responsiveness can transform routine interactions, holding hands, morning hugs, or shared smiles into moments charged with warmth and possibility. The best part? Cabernet's benefits extend beyond just your evening ritual. Regular moderate enjoyment helps maintain vessel health over the long term, creating a foundation for intimacy that doesn't rely on quick fixes or invasive procedures. When you defend your arteries consistently, you're less likely to experience sudden coldness or numbness that interrupts connection. So as you pour that modest glass of Cabernet Sauvignon this evening, remember, you're doing more than enjoying a rich, full-bodied wine. You're actively supporting the health and flexibility of your arteries, the very channels that deliver life warmth and desire to every part of your body. Up next, we'll introduce wine number 3, Sangiovese, the warmth restorer that brings sensitivity and emotional safety back into your most cherished moments. Wine number 3, Sangiovese, the warmth restorer. Now let's explore Sangiovese, the warmth restorer. I met Margaret, a 67-year-old widow who had just entered a new relationship. She was excited, but afraid she no longer felt that spark of warmth that once accompanied each touch. Her hands felt cold, her skin muted to sensation, and that emotional safety she craved seemed just out of reach. After only 10 days of introducing 2 to 3 ounces of Sangiovese into her afternoon routine, she told me she felt more alive in her own body than she had in years. What makes Sangiovese extraordinary is its rich blend of flavonoids and an antioxidant called quercetin. These compounds work in tandem to improve microcirculation blood flow through the smallest vessels in your skin and extremities. As we age, those tiny capillaries can become sluggish, contributing to numbness, reduced sensitivity, and an overall sense of disconnection from our bodies. Sangiovese's unique profile helps awaken those microvessels, delivering warmth and sensation where it has long been dormant. Imagine tiny doorways in your skin, each one slowly opening to allow life-giving blood to flood in. That's what quercetin and flavonoids do. They target inflammation at the cellular level, clear out debris, and restore the give in these delicate passageways. The result is more than just physical warmth. It's an emotional thawing, a return to feeling present and safe in your own skin. To harness Sangiovese's power, incorporate it into a quiet afternoon ritual. Pour 2 to 3 ounces into a favorite glass, preferably around 3 or 4 p.m., when energy naturally wanes. Pair it with a light snack, think a few slices of ripe tomato and mozzarella, or a handful of toasted walnuts. As you sip, sit comfortably, perhaps by a window or in the garden. Focus on slow, deep breaths, and let your attention settle on the gentle warmth spreading through your body. Within a week, many of my patients report their hands feeling tingly with life, their skin tasting warmer to the touch, and an unexpected emotional openness, an easing of anxiety around intimacy. That sense of safety, of allowing oneself to be vulnerable again, often proves more transformative than physical changes alone. Sangiovese doesn't rush the process. Its benefits unfold gently, encouraging a reconnection that feels natural and unforced. When your body remembers how to feel warmth, your mind follows memories of closeness, laughter, and shared moments resurface, reinforcing the bond with your partner. Best of all, this is a practice you can share. Invite your loved one to join you for an afternoon ritual. 2 glasses side by side, a soft conversation, a hand held across the table. Those small, intentional moments lay the groundwork for deeper evening connections, where physical closeness feels effortless rather than pressured. So pour a glass of Sangiovese, breathe in its earthy notes, and feel the gentle restoration of warmth both in your body and in your relationship. Next, we'll uncover wine number 4. Dry Rosé, the hidden gem that offers targeted support for women's intimacy after menopause. Wine number 4, Dry Rosé, the hidden gem for women. Finally, let's talk about Dry Rosé, the hidden gem for women's health. I remember Ellen, 66, vibrant and full of life yet struggling with an invisible barrier in her most intimate moments. Post-menopause, she described a quiet grief desiring closeness but feeling a physical disconnect. Within 2 weeks of adding 3 ounces of a true dry rosé to her weekly routine, she noticed a gentle return of natural lubrication and a softening of emotional tension. What sets dry rosé apart is its unique balance of light alcohol content and high polyphenol concentration, especially anthocyanins and other microcirculation-supporting compounds. As women age, blood flow to sensitive tissues can decline more sharply, leading to dryness, discomfort, and a hesitancy to engage in intimacy. Rosé's vasodilating polyphenols stimulate microvessels in delicate areas, promoting moisture, comfort, and emotional ease. Think of those polyphenols as tiny door openers coaxing blood into areas that had grown hesitant. The result isn't an explosive surge, it's a steady, reassuring flow that brings back natural lubrication and warmth. Emotionally, that physical reassurance dissolves fear and tension, inviting women to rediscover pleasure without apprehension. To make dry rosé part of your ritual, pour 3 ounces, about half a standard wine glass, once or twice weekly, ideally with a light cheese plate featuring soft cheeses like brie or goat cheese. Sit close to your partner, perhaps after a shared meal or during a sunset on the patio. As you sip, breathe deeply and focus on sensations: warmth, tingling, ease. This mindful approach magnifies the physical benefits and nurtures emotional intimacy. Many patients tell me that within days they experience less dryness and more confidence to initiate closeness. Over weeks, partners report touch feeling softer, conversations more open, and a renewed sense of partnership. Dry rosé's gentle support makes intimacy feel safe again, transforming cautious approaches into moments of shared joy. Remember, this is about more than enjoying a glass of wine. It's about honoring your body's changing needs and creating a ritual that invites both physical comfort and emotional connection. Dry rosé offers women a discreet, natural way to reclaim sensitivity after menopause without creams, gels, or awkward doctor visits. Now that you've met the 4 wines, Pinot Noir, Cabernet, Sauvignon, Sangiovese, and Dry Rosé, that together tackle circulation and intimacy from every angle, we're ready to introduce a final secret weapon, a supplement designed to turbocharge your body's nitric oxide production for fast, reliable results. Up next, how Nitric Boost fits into your new ritual. Secret weapon for circulation and vitality. While these 4 wines do an incredible job of encouraging your body's own nitric oxide production over time, some seniors want faster, more consistent support, especially on days when life gets busy or when you have a special evening planned. That's where Nitric Boost comes in. Nitric Boost is a doctor-formulated supplement designed to elevate your nitric oxide levels quickly and safely. Each capsule contains a precise blend of L-citrulline, beetroot powder, pomegranate extract, and other key botanicals shown in clinical studies to increase nitric oxide production by up to 40% within 30 minutes. Let me tell you about John, a 74-year-old retired firefighter. He loved the Pinot Noir ritual, but sometimes needed extra support before weekend outings with his wife. After adding 1 Nitric Boost capsule 30 minutes before his glass of wine, he noticed a surge of warmth and energy that lasted well into the evening. His morning temperature checks, once cold and sluggish, were now consistently warm, and he felt more spontaneous, more connected. Here's how to integrate Nitric Boost into your routine. Take 1 capsule with a small glass of water about 30 minutes before your chosen wine ritual or any gentle activity, whether it's a short walk, gardening, or preparing a light meal. The supplement's rapid action primes your vessels, so when you sip your wine, your body is already in open mode, amplifying the circulatory benefits. Because Nitric Boost is drug-free and non-habit forming, you can use it as needed before a special date night, a family celebration, or simply on days when you want an extra edge. It pairs seamlessly with all 4 wines, creating a synergy that elevates blood flow, boosts energy, and enhances sensitivity more predictably than wine or supplements alone. With Nitric Boost, you're not just relying on chance. You're giving your body the precise support it needs to maintain optimal vessel health every day. And that consistency translates into greater confidence, deeper intimacy, and the freedom to enjoy spontaneous moments without hesitation. Next, we'll talk about how to weave these rituals, wine supplements, movement, and mindset into a cohesive lifestyle plan that keeps your circulation strong and your relationships vibrant for years to come. Lifestyle integration and mindset. Circulation and intimacy aren't built in a single evening, they thrive on consistent holistic habits. Now that you know which 4 wines to sip and how to amplify their effects with Nitric Boost, let's weave these practices into a daily lifestyle that sustains your vessel health and your relationships for the long haul. First, think of your routine as an intimacy portfolio. Each element, wine rituals, supplement, support, movement, and mindset, plays a unique role. When combined, they create a resilient foundation that keeps your blood flowing freely and your connections strong. Start each morning with a gentle movement habit, a 10-minute brisk walk, a few light stretches, or even chair yoga. These low-impact activities stimulate blood flow, warm up muscles, and signal to your vessels that they need to stay flexible. Over time, this daily activation complements the wine rituals you'll enjoy later in the day. Between morning and afternoon, schedule short check-in moments. Stand up from your desk, roll your shoulders, take 3 deep, intentional breaths, and visualize clean, open vessels carrying warmth to every fingertip. This simple mindfulness practice retrains your nervous system to prioritize circulation, so when you sit back down, you carry that warm flow sensation into your next task. In the afternoon, honor your Sangiovese ritual, 2 to 3 ounces of wine paired with mindful breathing and a light snack. Treat it as non-negotiable you time where you pause to reconnect with your body. Encourage your partner to join shared experiences, strengthen emotional bonds, reminding both of you that intimacy is a practice, not just an event. As evening approaches, build anticipation by preparing your supplement and wine. Take your Nitric Boost capsule 30 minutes before dinner or your Cabernet moment. Use that half hour to set the scene dim, the lights play soft music, and share a genuine compliment or memory with your partner. This intentional preparation primes your mind and body for connection. After dinner, pour your chosen wine, Pinot Noir, on lighter evenings or Cabernet for deeper defensiveness, and enjoy it slowly. Focus on taste, aroma, and the simple joy of being present. By combining moderate movement earlier in the day with these rituals, you'll notice warmer extremities, deeper sleep, and more spontaneous moments of closeness when you least expect them. Finally, cultivate a mindset of gratitude and growth. Keep a shared journal or voice memo where you and your partner note small wins, improved warmth, a tender touch, a laugh over dinner. Reviewing these entries weekly reinforces positive feedback loops in your brain, making intimacy a natural, expected part of your day rather than a distant goal. Remember, every step you take, morning movement, midday mindfulness, afternoon wine, evening supplement, and nightly reflections, builds on the last. Over weeks and months, these habits converge into a vibrant lifestyle where circulation and closeness flourish together. Up next, we'll bring everything together in a powerful conclusion and clear call to action so you can start tonight, confident that you have a complete roadmap to rediscovering vitality and connection after 60. Empowering conclusion. You now have a complete roadmap to reclaiming warmth, vitality, and intimacy after 60 without risky procedures or prescription drugs. Let's recap Pinot Noir, the circulation champion rich in resveratrol for gentle vessel opening. Cabernet Sauvignon, the artery defender, loaded with pro-anthocyanidins to protect and fortify your arteries. Sangiovese, the warmth restorer, flavonoids and quercetin to awaken microcirculation and emotional safety. Dry Rosé, the hidden gem for women polyphenols that target delicate tissues and ease postmenopausal discomfort. Nitric Boost Supplement, a precise blend of L-citrulline, beetroot, and pomegranate to turbocharge nitric oxide fast. Pair these elements with daily movement, mindful breathing, and gratitude rituals, and you'll create an intimacy portfolio that keeps your vessels healthy and your connections strong night after night, year after year. So here's your next step. Pick one. Wine ritual to start tonight. Pour a mindful glass. Take your Nitric Boost capsule if you choose, breathe deeply, and share a moment with someone you care about. Notice the warmth returning to your hands, the ease in your body, and the spark of closeness reigniting. If you've tried any of these rituals or have questions, leave a comment below. Your story could inspire someone else to rediscover connection. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more science-backed life lessons from the elderly. Remember, age is just a number. With the right support, your best, most intimate years can still lie ahead. Here's to your next chapter of vitality, warmth, and joy. Cheers.